Recording. All right, so take it away, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to do this training for our audience here. I'm very excited myself, so go ahead.
Sure, absolutely. And yeah, for those that don't know, maybe to make the little intro transition here, I met Carolina at a training in San Diego where I was the keynote speaker, and we got to chatting, and she thought that this would be beneficial for you guys, so she asked me to come on here and do this quick training for you. So pay attention. We will be doing question and answer at the end, so I'm excited to help you guys out and kind of share a little bit about my story and what I've done to create some success that may help you out. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 steps to becoming an authority, and I just got a couple quick questions just to kind of help me get a handle on the people in here. How would you feel if every day you woke up to people reaching out to you? And these are like prospects reaching out to you, people that wanted to buy your service. Would that be cool? Is that something that would be beneficial to you guys? Feel free to type the answer into GoToWebinar if you are excited about that prospect. Okay.
Sure,
All
awesome,
right. So we
awesome.
got some awesomes. We got sure. We got yes. Very, very cool. Well, what if they actually looked up to and respected you? See, that would be a little bit different scenario, right? And also, what would that be worth? And the reason that I ask these questions is I'm very well aware of both scenarios. I've been the guy that made the calls and people said, "Who are you again?" And then I've also been able to experience over the last few years, because of doing things in a certain way, that people actually reach out to me. And clients reach out, people that want to hire me as a coach reach out to me, people that want to buy my course reach out to me. And so I've been able to experience both, and I can tell you one is clearly better than the other. So if you can get people reaching out to you, then that is a very, very, it's just a superior approach. So if you're struggling, I want you to know I understand. I get it. A few years ago, I'd gone through a divorce. I'd lost everything. I was in personal foreclosure. When the Florida real estate market changed, I didn't adapt, and I got beat up really, really bad. And I don't know about you, but back then, success seemed like a million miles away. I mean, it seemed like something that just wasn't possible for me because it seemed so far away from me. But now life is a little different, and I'm going to share a couple pictures and memories with you. Here's actually me. It's one of my favorite pictures. Me and my wife. We got married back in 2011. She's now actually pregnant with my baby girl, our first child together, and I'm really excited about that. Here's us a couple weeks ago. We were at the Kentucky Derby having a blast. It was so much fun. Here's us at the Super Bowl. Here's me spoiling her on Valentine's Day. We actually
Wow.
rented that yacht and went out on it for a few nights. Here's us actually at a glacier in Alaska, and that was pretty neat. I took the boys over to Kauai for an authentic luau, and here's us out in Maui last year. Now, that's now, okay, but back then, times were really, really tight. In fact, in 2009, I was in personal foreclosure, made around $19,000 total. Now, that's not a lot of money. And I think poverty is right around 30,000 a year. So I was not sitting pretty. I was not in a good space. I didn't know what I was doing, and I really needed some change. I needed a change in my life. And I can tell you, since I started adapting the things that I'm going to share with you in this presentation, my income has continued to climb year after year after year after year. And I can tell you we're now on track to have our very best year ever, and it's all because we've done things in a certain way. And I'm going to share with you how to do things in that certain way today. So here's the big thing, and you might want to write this down. You might want to take some notes, because this is definitely going to really challenge you to maybe think in a different way, because people draw false conclusions. They think that for you to become an authority, you have to have certain things. Well, here's the reality. You can position yourself as an authority before you have major results. Now, let me say that one more time, because this is a big shift in most people's thinking. You can position yourself as an authority before you have major results. And the reason I can say that to you today with absolute clarity is because I did. You see, when I started creating little 3 to 4 minute videos, I was in personal foreclosure. I had failed in 11 different network marketing companies, and I was not making a lot of money. In fact, my girlfriend at the time, who's now my beautiful wife, my girlfriend was working at the Nordstrom makeup counter to pay my utility bills. So I started creating and setting myself up as a credible authority before I had those major results. And guess what? When you position yourself in a certain way, people start to reach out to you. And if people start reaching out to you, you'll get better results. And that's what I'm going to share with you here today. So that's what we did, and that's what that really anybody can do, and we'll show you how to do it. So this presentation, I'm going to share with you 5 steps to take to position yourself as an expert. It doesn't require mega results or heck any results, and it can be accomplished part-time. Now, I'm going to make the assumption that you're working a job 60 to 80 hours a week, you got 2 kids running around, you don't have all day long to struggle with technology or figure things out or whatever. You don't have time for that. You got to get to the point, you got a limited amount of time, and I'm going to assume you don't have any results, I'm going to assume you don't know technology very well, and I'm going to assume you don't have much time. So I assume those 3 things. Now, if you have, time, money, technical skill, or results, then, obviously great for you. But I assume that you don't, and that means anybody can follow what I'm going to share with you here today. So, question is, does it really work? I mean, is becoming an authority, is that just something where you feel good about yourself, or does it actually make money? Well, I can share with you a couple screenshots. I'm not one to talk about fluff or just talk about things I did 10 years ago or whatever. So let me share with you some actual transactions from my authority site, and my authority site is a blog. And I'm going to talk a little bit about blogging today, but everything about authority. So check this out. This is what's possible when you set yourself up as an actual authority in your marketplace. So here's a screenshot from May 2nd, $4,500. That's what my blog generated on May 2nd. May 1st, $4,800. April 30th, $6,300. April 25th, $3,400. April 24th, $9,300. April 22nd, $4,700. April 21st, $5,900. April 19th, $4,700. Now, this is just crazy. Most bloggers, most people who have a website, they don't generate that kind of money. And it's only because we did it in a certain way, and I'm going to show you that way today. Now, the reality is, according to a recent study, most bloggers, 81% of them, they don't even make $100 from their blog. That's just crazy. Now, I don't have to tell you that $100 is nothing. I mean, it's just not a lot of money, and so we got some work to do. We got to share with you guys and everyone out there how to become more profitable, how to become an authority, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Now, here is the very first step to become an authority. This is so important. This is so impactful, so important for you to understand. Step number 1 is to have a vision. Who do you want to become? How do you want to be known? Stop focusing on the money that you need and instead focus on who you want to become in your marketplace. How do you want people to describe you? How do you want to be defined? What kind of legacy are you leaving? Why are you doing the things that you are doing, and who do you want to become are the most important things that you can come up with. And I'll share with you why. See, some people, they're like, well, what's the script, or what's the exact way, or what's this or that? Well, if you don't have a vision, you won't make it past the tough days, and I'll talk about that. So the first step, you got to see yourself in a better situation than you're currently in without justifying where you are. So telling it like it is keeps it like it is. Justifying where you are keeps you where you are. You have to see yourself in a better situation. Now, here are some phrases that will prevent this first step. First of all, I don't know what to do. Now, I don't know what to do. Here, let me help you out with that. So if someone ever says to you, I don't know what to do, they're probably working really, really hard, but they're going around in circles because they keep saying, I don't know what to do. Now, if you're saying, I don't know what to do, you will be unable to create any new results because you're going to create what you're manifesting by your language. So if you're saying, I don't know what to do, well, guess what? You're not going to get any results worth talking about. Here's another one. Easy for him to say, easy for her to say. Do you ever hear people say that about other successful people? They say, oh yeah, well, it's easy for him to say because blah, blah, blah. What they're really saying is, Here are the reasons why they can create success and I cannot. You have to understand that if there's blood pumping through your veins, you can create success too. There is no reason for you not to create success no matter what. Well, if I joined that company earlier, or if only I would have signed up that person, or if only I got that client, or if only I went to that event. See, if I indicates that you're unable to from where you are. That is also false. It's absolutely false. You can get to wherever you want to go from wherever you are. Or, this is a really bad one, it isn't working. Now, it isn't working is a classic line from people who fail to succeed. That's a classic line because what will typically happen is they'll get on the right path. They'll start doing the right things. And then results aren't coming fast enough, so they'll say something like, it isn't working. When you say that, you're guaranteed to stop any results that would have come. Or I don't have the money. Now, you have to realize something. You know, the utility company, they don't have electricity. They actually make it. So they don't have something bottled up and stored. They actually make the energy. They make the electricity. You can make money too. See, just because when I started, I didn't have the money. I was dead broke. I was in personal foreclosure. I was ducking and dodging bill collectors. So I went out and made money. See, you can make money. As long as you have blood pumping through your veins, you have the ability to make money. You need to learn to play to win, not to prevent a loss. This is such a big tip for you. You may want to write that down. Play to win, not to prevent a loss. Now, you have to see yourself as better than you currently are, or you have to see your situation getting better, or it never will. Now, here's one that may hurt. If you've been where you are for an extended period of time, there's something you're holding on to. And I mean, if you've been at $0 a month for an extended period of time, there's something you're holding on to. If you're at $10,000 a month and you've been there for a certain period of time, there's something you're holding on to. If you're at $50,000 a month and you've been there for a long time, there's something you're holding on to. So what is it? Is it where you grew up? Is it a medical condition? See, that's a tough one, because when you have a tough medical condition, everyone around you is going to say, oh my goodness, yeah, of course it's okay, you don't have success. But the reality is, someone in worse shape than you will create success despite. There is no excuse for non-success. There's none. And you have to understand that your life is a living testament to what's possible. If you don't have a lot of things in your life, then that's your testament. Your testament is that life is hard. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't know who you're going to inspire when you step up and play big. Maybe it was a bad childhood. You know, I didn't have the greatest childhood. You know, I had there was a lot of child abuse in my past and in my history. But you know what? That doesn't dictate the success that we create today or the people that we impact today. You know, every single night, almost every single night, I'm on a webinar with people from all over the world. And you know, I'm just curious, where are you guys calling in from? I'd love to give some country shout outs, some state shout outs. Where are you guys calling in from? I'd love to know. I'm always curious. So it looks like Dennis is in the UK, Louisiana, Amika, Malaysia, see, Los Angeles. We got people from all over the world on this webinar right here. Chile, of course, Toronto. It's awesome. Well, guess what? When you play big, you have the opportunity to impact people all over the world as well. Maybe you think it's a lack of education that's holding you back. Well, I can tell you, I didn't even finish high school on time, and I never finished college. Lack of education does not dictate where you are today. Maybe you have an animosity toward the wealthy, or maybe you hate people that sell things. Well, it's funny how the people that have the most resistance to people that sell also have the fewest buyers. Think about that. If you have a negative energy toward people that sell things, can you ever become someone who has actual buyers? No, because you'll never become that which you despise. So you got to really pay attention to that energy. Now, here's a big one. When someone close to you, and I mean like a best friend, maybe it's a girlfriend, it's a boyfriend, whatever, when someone really close to you asks you why you haven't created the level of success that you want, what do you whisper to them? What do you confide in them? What do you look around the corner and see if anyone's listening, and then you say, you know what, here's the real reason. These are the things you won't post on Facebook. See, that is the exact reason why you're stuck. It's the exact reason why you don't have the level of life that you actually deserve. You can have all that, but first you got to identify all these things and realize they're all baloney. They're all baloney. People in rougher situations than you will go on and create success despite, so can you. You have to understand goals are not enough. They're not enough to keep you going past the tough days, and there will be tough days. You have to have them coupled with a vision of who you want to become. Step number 2, immerse yourself. Now, keep in mind, these are the 5 steps to become an authority. These aren't the 5 steps to make minimum wage. These aren't the 5 steps to be mediocre. These aren't the 5 steps to be okay. These are the 5 steps to become an actual authority. Immerse yourself. Now, my wife and I, we've invested over $200,000 in the last 24 months in just coaching. Now, that does not include courses, that does not include books, that does not include webinars, that does not include events or seminars. It doesn't include anything. That is just in coaching. Now, we buy a lot of those other things, but the reality is we just know the more valuable we become, the more valuable we can put into the marketplace, and actually the more revenue that flows into our business. It's a very simple process. The more valuable we become by learning more, the more we are able to teach, and the more people want to work with us and hire us as coaches or buy our coaching courses or buy our programs, etc. So literally, what if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that the more you invested in you, the more money you would actually make? Well, there is a direct correlation, and I'm going to share that with you here in a little bit. Number 3, create content. Now, there's a certain way to create content, but there are no authorities that don't create content in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter what niche they're in, doesn't matter what marketplace they're in. The people with the most authority are the people that create content. Now, do you want to know the fastest way to become an authority? Is it get an MBA? Is it become a personality on TV? What is it, right? What's the fastest way? Well, I can tell you an MBA may help you out. It's certainly not the fastest way. Getting big results, hey, that'll help make you an authority if you do things in a certain way. It's certainly not the fastest way. Getting on TV, that might help you become an authority, but it's not the fastest way. The fastest way to become an authority is to teach. So simple, so elegant. The fastest way to become an authority is to teach. Now, to teach, you must first learn. And you invest in your education knowing that it is creating your platform of value. Now, of all the different ways to create content, I can tell you without a doubt, blogging is the best way. So the best form of teaching is to have a blog and put content on that blog that teaches your target market. Now, most people struggle with target market, so one of the things we teach inside of my brand new course is exactly how to pick your target market. That's one thing that a lot of people struggle with, and we totally cover that. So I'm just curious, does that make sense so far? Now, right now we're being very, very simple. We're going to get a little bit more detailed here, but does that make sense so far? To become an authority, teach, and to teach, create your own content. So I'm hearing lots of yeses. I'm seeing crystal clear. I'm seeing absolutely. Awesome. Well, cool. Number 4, build and serve your audience. Now, you need to go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. See, most people, they're trying to convert people that don't want to be converted. You're trying to get people to buy your thing that don't want to buy. You're trying to get people to join your deal when they don't want to join. Instead of that, which is tiring, I mean, it just wears you out. Instead of that, you need to create your own audience. And to do that, what that actually means is you need to generate leads daily. If you are not generating leads daily, you're not a marketer. Now, you might want to be a marketer. Maybe you will grow up to be a marketer. Maybe you're studying marketing. But if you're not generating leads daily, you're not a marketer. Okay? You need to then market to generate leads. And those leads you need to start treating like a tribe, like your audience, like your people, like your community. and then you serve those people, you serve that community with solutions to their problems. And in every marketplace, there are different problems. There are desires, there are things that you can teach to help those problems and desires. And then you engage them, and we teach you exactly how to engage them. I want you to understand, most of my best clients were attracted to me. That means I didn't reach out to them. I didn't call them and say, hey, want to be my client? I didn't call them and say, hey, would you like to hire me? They reached out to me. You can have that experience too. Here's my simple formula. The ILT method: invest, learn, teach. So right now, you're doing 2 of them. Now only a few of you will do the 3rd method, okay? Everyone on here, you've invested your time to be on this webinar. You're learning something. If you have 1 note, you've learned something. Okay. Now, some of you, every time I do these webinars, I have people tell me, I got 5 pages of notes, I got 3 pages of notes, etc. Okay. Well, you've learned something. It's now up to you to teach. Now, I actually have a brand new course that shows you step by step how to do exactly what I'm talking about here, but let me make it a little simple for you. Here's simple version. The notes that you are taking are uncashed checks. So as you've been writing those notes down, from whatever you are learning, whatever you're getting out of this webinar, you know, I'm sure that you're getting something, right? Whatever you're getting, you're writing those notes, and if you just leave them like that, that's like not cashing a check. Instead, convert your notes to online content, and preferably video, but it could be text. You simply take what you're writing down and learning, and you convert it to online content, and then people start seeing you teach them things, and they reach out to you. And at that point, you monetize. So in the 3-Minute Expert, I actually share exactly how we've built from $1 to our millionth dollar on that blog. And by the way, that blog actually did over $2 million last year, and we show you how we did it. Now, one thing that I got to help you out with is you don't have to have a big community of happy non-buyers. Now, some bloggers think that, or some content creators think that, or some even social media people think that. They like, hey, look, Ray, I got 50 likes on this picture. Well, will the bank accept those 50 likes? Can you go to the grocery store and trade in, 50 likes for a pound of beef, right? No, you don't get paid on likes. Now, likes are great, and we show you how to get more engagement, but you got to make money. You have to. And money isn't everything, but staying broke certainly isn't either. Okay? You don't need to stay broke. You don't need to work hard and then not make lots of money. You can make lots of money, and you can have a happy audience. So let me share with you what I actually mean. So I'm going to share with you some coaching clients of mine, people who have hired me for very large sums of money that are happy as can be. Here's my buddy Vince Reed. Now, Vince Reed is a very, very smart online marketer. When he came to me, his blog was making $100,000 a year. In 2 phone calls, his blog is now making $1 million a year. Now, it wouldn't be okay for me to say that a couple tweaks are going to start making you $1 million a year. He was very far along in his online marketing, so his example is not typical. Because he was already a really good marketer, he just needed some branding tweaks to get to that next level. And he actually shot us an amazing video testimonial that says exactly what's on this screen. But let me talk about another example. Here's my buddy Jeff. Now, Jeff has nothing to do with online marketing or network marketing. He actually owns a local business. So Jeff Reimer, he sells generators here in Naples, Florida. He's a buddy of mine. And I taught him my system. I showed him everything that's in the 3-Minute Expert, showed him how to do it for his local business, because quite frankly, I thought it would work, but I wasn't 100%. I'm like, will this work in any marketplace? And we've determined that it absolutely will, no matter what niche you're in, no matter what marketplace you're in, no matter where you are. And I'm going to give you a big, long list of things, but no matter what niche you're in, this absolutely works. So he sells generators. So that means, for those that may not know, he sells to homeowners. He sells them a generator, so if their electricity goes out, they can power it back up with this generator. Last year, by following my system, his revenue increased by over $400,000. Now, that's a local business, and that's generators that I know nothing about. Now, here's my buddy Terry. Now, Terry Grimeau, he used his last $500 to buy my training. It's very humbling. We have him on video as well. And he went from a store manager making $35,000 a year to he's now had multiple $10,000 days. Now, just to put that into perspective, I want you to think about how much do you make per quarter, okay? How much you make per quarter? And, for some of you, maybe it's, I don't know, $5,000. For some of you, maybe it's $50,000. Heck, for some of you, it's probably $100,000. In a quarter, you make how much? However much that is. And then just imagine making that on a Tuesday. Imagine making that entire amount that you make per quarter in one individual day, because that's what he did. And by the way, he did quit that job now. He's now a happily full-time entrepreneur. Here's my buddy Matthew. Now, Matthew is an amazing story. Matthew was pasting his spammy MLM link in Facebook groups, not making a nickel. He literally wasn't making any money, but he was working really, really hard. Do you know anybody like that? Do you know people that are working really, really hard, but they're not making any money? That was Matthew. He came upon my training. He bought my course. He went through it, and he went a totally different route. He started working with his dad in the kitchen redesign niche, and totally outside of MLM. He built his own blog last year. That blog made over $700,000. Now, imagine going from not making anything as an entrepreneur to having your own website that makes over $700,000. And by the way, he's already saying that they're going to surpass that this year. It's just amazing. Now, you may be wondering, how can you get serious results? Is it, hire me for a big, huge coaching fee? Well, to be honest, that's not a very leveraged way for me to teach this. So what we did is I put everything that I know about blogging, branding, becoming an authority, creating content, I put it all into one place, and we call it the 3-Minute Expert. Now, the 3-Minute Expert, and for those that want to follow along, you can go to followcarolina.com/5-step expert. Now, this is whether you're wanting to invest in yourself or not, at least follow along and see the testimonials at followcarolina.com/5-step expert. Now, the 3-Minute Expert is the most complete product I have ever created and the most complete system on the market on gaining authority and credibility. It teaches you branding. It teaches you how to build an audience online. So what if people were reaching out to you every day to interview you? How would that feel? What if leads actually wanted to talk to you? When my wife and I call leads back, they say, oh my goodness, thank you so much for reaching out to me. It's such a different experience. What if people ask you to speak to their teams or speak on their stage or speak at their events? Well, that's possible if you become an authority. And so right now, you can actually take $200 off our retail price, and we have over $4,000 worth of bonuses. I can assure you, you'll never see this price break again, nor with all these bonuses. Now, before we get to the Q&A, I'm going to go through, I'm just going to share what you get for those that decide to invest today, for those that decide to get the course. I'm going to share with you what you get, and then we'll get to our Q&A session. So here it is, the 3-Minute Expert. It's step-by-step how to become a credible authority, branding, how to create content, never again beg for someone to look at your opportunity. It covers everything about branding and literally everything I know about blogging and branding. It's a retail value of $497. It includes the authority multiplier, how you can get 10 times the traffic, engagement, and results. The instant fame formula. I assume that nobody knows you in your marketplace. I assume you don't have results. I assume you don't have much time. And we show you exactly how to create total credibility in your niche and marketplace. You get my lifelong lead machine. Now, right now, we average 3,000 to 4,000 leads per month. And these are leads just coming into our blog saying, please contact me. I teach you exactly what we do to generate leads all the time. Then you get my idea factory method. Now, most people, they struggle with what to talk about online or what to say. What do I talk about? What kind of content do I create? You'll never run out of ideas when you go through my idea factory method. Then I'm going to share with you everything I know about generating traffic. You're going to know everything that I know about search engine optimization, about getting traffic to your website, about how we paste and what time we do on social media, etc. Then you get my blog monetization maximizer. Only 2% of bloggers are making more than $150,000 a year. I'm going to show you how we do that per month. Way more than that, actually, per month. You get my audience mind reading trick. No matter what marketplace you're in, there are similar problems that an audience has, and I share with you how to solve them and look like a mind reader. Then my magic PS technique. This is how I've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales for my business with hardly any work at all. Then I'm going to share with you my 7-figure blog blueprint, how we made our first dollar to how we made our millionth dollar. Now, if you like bonuses, well, we got $4,000 worth of bonuses. So we have 30 sample blog titles that work in any niche, my 10 never fail content ideas, how to make great images. And that really makes a difference on social media especially. You get a professional blog review by me personally. So I just want to give you a heads up. You do need to go through all the modules before you execute this blog review, but it is me doing it, not my assistant, not my business manager, not anybody else. And to help you out, we're actually giving you 10 of my previously recorded blog reviews to help you out as well. You get my video marketing formula. For those of you who are nervous about video, this will share with you exactly how to do them without any nerves. And this is a product we sell every day on our website for $67. You're getting it as a total bonus. Then you get how to create your own lead capture pages. You get my entire 2-day workshop on audio recorded for you. Now, people paid $1,500 to attend that workshop. You get the 2 full days recording for absolutely free as a bonus. Then you get general admission ticket to my annual event called Top Earner Academy. That's in Tampa, Florida in August. If you cannot make it, okay, you will be offered a discounted live stream ticket where you can get it for a very, very huge discount and watch from the comfort of your home, but you will get a free ticket if you want to come and see me live. Then you get full transcripts of each module, 3 live Q&A sessions, 6 keys to building authority by being consistent. I find that most people struggle with consistency. That is not something I struggle with. So I'm going to share with you exactly how to be more consistent. Then this might be the biggest bonus I've ever given in any product I've ever done. I have an advertising agency, and to be a client of that advertising agency, you have to pay $7,000 a month just to be a client. Now, that doesn't include ads. That doesn't include ad spend. That doesn't include anything. $7,000 just to be a client. And they've handled the ads for Brian Tracy, Nick Unsworth, Jeff Walker, and now Ray Higdon, right? I went to them and I said, hey, is there any way, because you guys get me massive traffic and massive, commissions, is there any way you can share what you guys do and maybe shoot a video? And they said, absolutely, Ray. And instead of a video, they created a 7-video mini course that you get for absolutely free when you get the 3-Minute Expert. And so again, you save $200, you get all of the bonuses, and here's all the bonuses, and then we'll get to our Q&A session where I answer any questions that you may have. So you get everything that I talked about here today, every possible bonus, you get everything. And I just want to ask you this question. If you knew for sure that you could become an authority in your niche, would it be worth a $5,000 investment? Seriously, in any marketplace, if you could absolutely become an authority, would it be worth $5,000? The answer is absolutely. It would be, right, Carolina?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Amazing.
Like if someone came to you when you were just starting out and said, hey, Caroline, you know what? I got this special formula. If you follow it, guaranteed authority, it's $5,000. That would be worth it, right?
Totally worth it, because I know I would get that investment back real shortly and 10 times more.
Exactly. You would have people reaching out to you. You'd have people asking for interviews. You'd have people asking you to speak at events. You'd have people wanting to buy from you, to hire you, etc. Well, here's the awesome thing. You're not going to invest $5,000, although it would be worth it. You can actually get started today for $119. 3 payments of $119, and you get everything I know about blogging, branding, creating content, and becoming an authority. Now, for those of you who really like to save money, you can actually save $60 more and get it for $297 one-time payment. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're not sure. You're like, you know what? This is my first time seeing this guy, Ray. I'm not 100% on this guy. Well, try me out. Now, let me be very clear what my money-back guarantee is. If you don't believe that this is the most valuable course you have ever purchased in your entire life, and I don't care how much you've spent on other courses. I don't care if you've bought $10,000 courses, $2,000 courses, $5,000 courses, $500 courses. If you don't believe that this is the best course for the value that you have ever purchased in your entire life, get a refund. but I know you're going to absolutely love it. We poured everything we know, all the different coaching clients we've had over the years, all the different people we've helped over the last 5 years, we've poured it all into this course, and you're going to be totally blown away. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. We released this course a couple days ago. This is a brand new course, but look at what people are already saying. Now, here's Barb. She says, I love how he's created bite-sized instructional videos, making it so easy to find just what you need. Steve, this is hands down the most value in one course I've ever purchased. Jeff McGarry, he says, the 3-Minute Expert teaches you step-by-step how to speak exactly to your target market and have them become raving fans and customers. My friend Laura, the modules are broken down into specific areas and way more info than I've ever seen in a course. And on top of that, the bonuses. The 3-Minute Expert is a total must-have. Christy, she says she was recently offered a course on what's covered in one module for $1,299, and she says, wow, your stuff is so up to date, and now your teaching is just amazing. Now, here's my man, Ron. This really is a step-by-step course, not like any other course I've looked at that just touched the surface. This is in-depth, down-to-earth for the layman and seasoned. Can't thank you enough, Ray. Here's our friend Beth. Ray's latest, the 3-Minute Expert, is no exception to being over-delivery. Okay? All of us want to be seen as an expert, and frankly, most of us have no idea how to do it, nor even how to get started. I was blown away how Ray's course literally walks you through in targeted modules the steps you need to take in order to find that target market, how to brand yourself in that target market, how to leverage your time and efforts in that target market to get your business exposure and seen by your ideal fans and potential customers, and more importantly, how to turn those fans and potential customers into paying customers. If you've been struggling, as I've been, and are looking for a program to teach you how to do this, the 3-Minute Expert is the solution you've been looking for. Highly recommend. Sonia says, I've been blogging for years and bought some trainings, but this is so different. Very easy to follow and implement. I'm sure this is the course that will change my business. If you want to take your brand to the next level, have no idea where to start, this course is for you. My buddy Mike Hobbs, who's actually a very successful online marketer. I thought I was pretty decent at coming up with blog content. Then I watched module number 11 on creating content, and wow, I'm blown away at the value, worth the price of the whole course alone. Here's my friend Kathleen. Now, Kathleen is a network marketing leader. I know some of you may be in network marketing. She's now become a $1 million earner. She's been working with us for the last 2 years, and in the last 6 months, her team has grown by over 20,000 people. We've been working with her for 2 years now. She's been following the trainings that we teach in the 3-Minute Expert, and her team is now exploding. Now, here's the question. Will this work for blank? Well, Ray, will this work for Juice? The answer is absolutely. So long as you have people that are going on Google to research or going on social media to research, it will absolutely work for Juice. Well, what about weight loss? Oh my goodness, we have so many clients that are using this in weight loss, it's crazy. What about nutrition in general? We actually teach you exact specific examples for nutrition. What about credit card payback programs? That's actually one of the easier ones because you can make money in so many different ways with a credit card payback program. What about rewards programs? Well, we show you how to build an audience, and talking about a rewards program, my God, is that simple when it comes to what we teach in the 3-Minute Expert. What about financial berries on top? Please call me back. We show you exactly how to do that in the coaching space for the 3-Minute Expert. What about real estate? Right now, we have multiple realtors that are using the system. We have multiple real estate investors using the system. We have mortgage brokers. We have property appraisers. We have people in all different aspects of real estate using the system. What about local business? Well, I already shared with you one. I shared with you the kitchen redesign. Actually, I shared with you two. The kitchen redesign blog, that is a local business that allows them to go out and create and design kitchens for local people. The generator business is also a local business. Local business, whoo, Really, really simple because your competition has no idea what they're doing. We show you how to absolutely crush it. Travel, I happen to have a blog around travel, so I know that it works for travel. What about telecom? Again, so many people are going to go to Google and search for the answers to their questions and their problems. Why not come across your authority site? What else? Well, I can tell you, I have yet to meet someone in any niche that this didn't work for and didn't help you become an authority. So I'm sure that maybe there's a niche out there that I haven't been presented with. If you have one that wasn't mentioned on here, feel free to type it in. And at the end in the Q&A session, I'll tell you exactly how it would work for that. I'll even give you some tips on keywords, whether you decide to invest in your future or not. So I just want to say I'm grateful. I'm grateful that Carolina had me on here. I'm grateful to be able to help other people now. I hope you got value. If you're serious about becoming an authority, I highly suggest you get the 3-Minute Expert. And I'll roll it back to you, Carolina, if you have any questions for me, or if you, I don't know if you have anything you would like to say as well.
Well, Ray, thank you so much for taking the time and doing this training for my audience. I'm very, very honored. I know you're a busy guy, and it's always awesome to interact with you. I think the course is absolutely amazing, and if you guys are watching this right now, take action. It will probably be the last course you'll invest in blogging until Ray launches another one, but if you have a course like this, you don't really need to overwhelm yourself with a bunch of other information. Everything is included. All the bonuses that you have included there are freaking unbelievable, and I also know they will complement everything that is already in the course. So all information is there, step by step. There's just no way to get lost. So if you guys have any questions right now for Ray, we have a couple more minutes of his valuable time, so you can shoot your questions right now. I know Sinead was very interested in getting the course. Donna is saying she already got it. Very wise, Donna. So anybody else would like to ask anything to
Yeah,
us?
and if they're asking in Spanish, no habla español, so you'll have to help me out here, Carolina.
Don't worry.
What are the okay, so Yassine is asking, what are the different sources of income with your blogging methods? So let me just share with you how we've generated income over the last 5 years. Me and my wife, we have made over $1 million in selling our own products. We've made over $1 million in selling our own coaching and mastermind. We've made over $1 million in doing affiliate marketing. We've made over $1 million in doing network marketing. Now, I'm not saying we've made over $1 million in each of those categories. So what I teach you to do is how to craft your content in an authoritative way to sell whatever it is that you want to sell. We've crushed it in affiliate marketing. We've crushed it in network marketing. We've crushed it with our own products. We've crushed it with coaching and masterminds. And now we're just teaching you guys how to do that. So good question.
Excellent. Anybody else? Oh, there's one
So
question there, right?
yes, so Sinead, you just go to followcarolina.com/5-step expert, and you will see on that page there are 2 options to purchase. You got your choice. Donna Marie, you got it 3 days ago. Awesome, congrats. Hey Donna, I would love to hear what's your feedback on the course so far. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a couple more questions coming in. Will it work
Yeah.
for selling on Amazon? Ismail is asking.
Totally. My only suggestion there is I would suggest that you create yourself as an actual authority, because here's the problem with just selling on Amazon. All right, rules change all the time, and I've seen people that were crushing it on Amazon. A rule changed, and all of a sudden they're not making much money. Okay, I've seen the same thing with eBay. I've seen the same thing with whatever. If you can create yourself as an authority, you'll sell whatever you want. And so my suggestion would be use a little bit of what we call personal branding in your marketing, and then have links to the things that you are selling. See, I don't have to rely on Amazon or eBay or any outside entity that I have no control over. I don't have to rely on any of those things to make money. It's because I've created my own audience that looks up to me and respects me. And we teach you how to do that. So good question.
Good question.
Daniela asks, is your technique based on Facebook, Google, or Twitter ads, or do you use other tools or strategies? Well, there's not too many places that we don't test some ads. I mean, we even test ads on Google AdWords. We uh, we do a pretty crusher job on Facebook. I don't remember the last time we didn't make at least six or $7,000 in a week from Facebook ads in profit. The cool thing about that, you have a 7 video mini course as a bonus that shows you exactly what we do. But we also do, I haven't done much Twitter ads to be honest, but we get a lot of engagement on Twitter, and I show you how to rank in Google. So there are other things that we do it, but it's really, I'll tell you the difference here. It is how we do it, not necessarily what we do. What we do is definitely important, but it's how we do it because we're always creating ourselves as authorities, and that's the difference. How will your course teach me how to research for niche to blog? I have an entire module on target market, and the cool thing is anything works. So if you know that anything works, then pick what you're really fired up about. And so I have a module that helps you pick what you're fired up about and rock and roll. I see Sinead just got the course. Congratulations. Awesome. Donna, if you'd like, just type up your feedback on the course in GoToWebinar. I'd love to recognize you and cover it.
Yeah, you can type it right here on the chat box. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Let's see, anybody else?
There's some Spanish ones in there that
I'm replying to those.
guys.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I replied to those
Okay.
via text. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
But
Awesome.
yeah, I'm just honored that you have had me on here. Carolina, I've been watching your stuff for a while, and you're a rock star, so I'm just honored that you would open this up to your audience. And if there's anything that I can do, certainly let me know.
I will, Ray. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure for me to collaborate with you. Look forward to meet you again in person. And
Totally.
everybody, thank you again. Remember, this is the link, followcarolina.com/5-step expert, or you can also go to /3-minute expert. Both links will take you to the 3-minute expert course. Ray, by the way, for how long can people still buy the course if anybody wants to recommend it to their friends or
Sure.
family?
Yeah, if you have a friend, then make sure you send them the followcarolina.com/5-step expert link. The cart and the discounts and the bonuses are available until Friday. On Friday, we take down the cart, and we will offer it at a later date, probably in a few weeks. It will be at the full retail price at $497, but it'll still be worth it. And totally, if you pay $497 for it, I assure you, it's totally going to be worth your time. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, you have till Friday.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you. Awesome, Ray. Ray, I will
Awesome.
PM you a little bit in just a minute to ask you a little
You
question.
got it.
Thank
All
you so
right. Well, you
much.
guys have an amazing day. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you soon. Thank you, Ray. Bye.